Welcome to Tyranny Watch. I'm Gigi Erneta. The current administration has taken a full frontal assault on our constitutional rights. Topping the tyranny news, the Catholic priests who minister to Catholics on military bases worldwide are not permitted to work, not even to volunteer. During the shutdown, it is illegal for them to minister on base, and they risk being arrested if they attempt to do so. This is on the website, Archdiocese for the Military Services. So what about the First Amendment? Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble. And why are they picking on the Catholics? The House passed a bill over the weekend that's now sitting in the Senate that allows them to work through the shutdown. But why does this matter anyway? Why are we having this discussion? What happened to religious freedoms in the United States? And why is it that our Constitution all of a sudden is completely defunct during a shutdown? David Sanger, chief correspondent for the New York Times, worked for the Times for 2 decades and says this is the most closed, control-freak administration I have ever covered. A memo went out from the chief of staff a year ago to White House employees and the intelligence agencies that told people to freeze and retain any email and presumably phone logs of communications with me, Sanger said. As a result, longtime sources no longer talk to him. So now the press has lost its ability to do its job. And leave it to the government shutdown. They've closed off different memorials across the United States, and they've enlisted their park rangers to do the dirty work. In fact, the park rangers have been told it's a cheap way to deal with the situation. An angry park service ranger in Washington says of the harassment, "We've been told to make life as difficult for people as we can. It's disgusting." Now, just before the weekend, the National Park Service informed charter boat captains in Florida that the Florida Bay was closed due to the shutdown. Until government funding is restored, the fishing boats are prohibited from taking anglers into 1,100 square miles of open ocean. Fishing is also prohibited at Biscayne National Park during the shutdown. Let's see those goobers in the government go out and patrol the waters. In fact, let's let them be the enforcers. We can send them out there with little floaty devices and they can patrol the water. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. And not only are they doing it on water, but they're also harassing people in their own property. In California, we spoke with a gentleman named Roy Kaler. They've actually taken his property from him. He has beautiful redwood trees, and they have seized it. He thinks it's because they want to log his trees.
It's called the Kaler Microbasin Wildlife and Wilderness Preserve. The local county wants me to log 97% of the redwood trees, put in 30 houses, 15 of them being mansions at 7,500 square feet, the balance being at 1,500 square feet.
He contacted us and let us know that they are also seizing all his possessions, and they're basically having a yard sale. This is the United States of America. This is what it's turned to. And now they're harassing senior citizens. On Lake Mead Thursday, a park ranger told a 77-year-old Joyce Spencer that her and her 80-year-old husband had to get out in 24 hours from their home. They had to pack up everything they had, and she was frustrated because she had to remember things he needed. He's 80 years old. So they sent her out and told her she couldn't go back to her home because it sits on federal land. And when the government reopens, she can pack up her stuff and come back. Look out, people. If they can do this in Lake Mead, they can do this right here. They can come to your house, take your property, do whatever they want, because apparently government shutdown means constitutional shutdown. Help fight the tyranny. Go to prisonplanet.tv and give your username and password to up to 10 people. And I'm going to leave you with this. Recently, a senior citizen boarded a United flight in New Orleans and was removed by the TSA because the gate agent didn't like him. That's how our government funds are being used. I'm Gigi Erneta for this episode of Tyranny Watch on the Infowars Nightly News.
Are we choosing our own destiny, or has it been pre-selected for us?
As we've moved through history, every great leader has had to understand the potential of information.
Billions of dollars have been spent privately and publicly, looking at how to tap into your psyche.
From compulsory state education to the Hollywood media brainwashing machine, we are kept in perpetual bondage to the ideas that shape our actions.
When somebody obscures that feedback loop between you observing and testing it out and verifying it, they can take total control of your awareness.
All of this is happening so fast, you need to be ahead of the game.
How to engineer the opinion of the American people so that they would not only endorse but demand a war.
Oh, there's another one. Another plane just hit.
State of Mind, because there's a war on for your mind. Get your copy of State of Mind, the movie, at Infowars.com. And remember, every order at InfowarsStore.com receives a free citizen rulebook.